The nutrient nobody optimizes for. 5 minutes, 20 grams of protein, one food. Most people over 40 are protein deficient and don't know it. Eggs aren't just breakfast. They're the most complete protein source that exists. No shaker, no supplement, no prep the night before. This is what simple, strong, resilient living looks like in your 40s. Stay tuned to see how I get 20 grams of protein in 5 minutes using only eggs. And no, I'm not cracking raw eggs in my mouth.
Hey guys, welcome to Salt and Steel. Today we're going to talk about eggs. I know that people probably have heard a million things about the eggs. Remembered like 20 years ago, the incredible edible egg commercials? Well, the egg has not changed. It's still incredible. And I'm going to explain why you should think about incorporating them into your diet, especially if you're trying to use weight loss, and especially if you're in midlife or perimenopause or your hormone levels have dropped. No matter if you're a man or a woman, this is what you need. So eggs, why eggs? Well, eggs are what they call a complete protein. And what does that mean? That just means it contains 9 essential amino acids that your body cannot make without food. It contains all 9 of them in an egg. And what do those amino acids do? Those amino acids aid in digestion, they aid in processing, and it's a very efficient fuel. It helps with your muscle retention and building muscle, depending on what your goals are. It aids in collagen in your body, which your body needs, especially as you age, for the skin elasticity, bone density, and all of the things that come with aging that we want to try to keep our youth. It satiates you, which just means when you eat them, you become full. You're not craving. It keeps your insulin stable. You remember the glycemic index? That was so popular, gosh, when I was in my 20s and even like my early 30s. And I don't know if people still talk about it, but a glycemic friendly food is one that gives you the nutrition that you need, and it keeps your blood sugar from spiking. Because once your blood sugar would spike from, say, a carb, let's say you ate a cookie, your body has to stop all functions in your body to address that spike, because now your blood sugar, like a machine, gets out of whack, and all operations like in a factory have to stop, and you have to address it. So eggs prevent that, and they're very good at doing that. Now, while we're in this economy in August of 2026, and you see the egg prices have stayed low, because we've seen this. If you're in middle age, you've seen it plenty of times. Eggs are expensive. Eggs are cheap. Right now, eggs are relatively cheap. So if you are looking to lose weight, you're looking to give your body some nutrition to get you through this period of your life, lose the weight, buy a bunch of eggs. And if you're eating potato chips and you're not eating eggs, and the only eggs you can afford are the cruddy ones, the cheap ones, the white ones, eat the eggs. Eat the eggs, not the Doritos, not the potato chips. You're going to be better off. Now, I have been eating 4 eggs in the morning. I get my 20 grams of protein. One decent sized egg is around 5 grams of protein. And I had been boiling them, but I have found with boiling eggs, 1, it's time consuming, which is fine. 2, you got to peel them. It's a pain because sometimes they peel right, sometimes they don't. Doesn't matter if you put them in ice cold bath or not. Sometimes they just don't peel right, and then you take chunks of eggs, and that gets annoying. And I did it for a while, but now I have tried to simplify my system, and simplifying my system is what I call 5-minute eggs. 5 minutes to get 20 grams of protein, start your body off on the right track first thing in the morning, and you're not going to get hungry. You get all the nutrition that you need. You get the stability of insulin that you need. I don't worry about high cholesterol with a bunch of eggs. If you're doing a proper diet, whether it's carnivore or keto or low carb or whatever you want to call it, if you're consistent enough, you're not going to have to worry about some of the other things. So don't worry about cholesterol. Cholesterol comes from eating too many carbs, and it's a byproduct of the carb. So the other thing is monitor everything with your blood work. I get my blood work done every 6 months, and when I go to make a change in my body, especially now that I'm eating more eggs, heck yeah, I'm going to monitor it. Heck yeah, I'm going to see and test it against what my results have been, because I need to know that my body is not throwing something else out of whack because I've incorporated this or that. But I always encourage you, if you are going to make changes, only make 1 to 2. And if you're not sure where to start, I would suggest A, change your salt. If you're using iodized salt in your diet, get rid of it. These 2 things you can do without a blood test. Get rid of it. Do a natural salt, do a sea salt, but make sure you are doing a proper Himalayan salt, or if you're going to change over to anything like that. I personally use Redmond's salt. I have started using Redmond's. It's mined in the United States. It's natural, and I've used it now, gosh, going on, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 years. It's relatively easy to find, and I can refill my shakers, so I buy it in a bulk. So change your salt and change your oil. If you are still frying this day and age in vegetable oil or a seed oil, a canola oil, just know none of that is good for you. It used to be, canola oil used to be the best oil. Well, the problem is you cannot find the vegetable, canola, or even corn oil used to be. You can't find a hybrid. You can't find any seeds anymore that haven't been hybrided. They haven't been altered. They haven't been sprayed pesticides. So change your oil. If I use oil, and I use very little of it anymore, I will use a coconut oil. I'll use an avocado oil if I have to. And I will use an olive oil if I'm not going to do a high heat. But then I always cut it, if I am, with some butter so I don't burn the oil, because different types of oils have different oil temps. So your avocado oil has a higher heat tolerance than, say, olive oil. So you can run it up a little bit if you need to. But if you change your salt, change your oil, and just drink more water, those little changes right there are going to make a world of difference if your body's not used to it. Now, from there, you can start deciding, hey, do I need to incorporate some intermittent fasting? At my age now, I'm learning that I can't fast as long. I have to eat more protein because my body's in a state where, because my body doesn't want to play nice with me anymore, I have to do things like eat more eggs or eat more protein. And I'm doing that. I don't eat, in my past, I did not eat a bunch of eggs. I did not eat like that. I did an OMAD style. And I know I talk about it a lot, but I'm telling you, my blood work was great. I wasn't deficient in anything, and I didn't have elevated anything. The only deficiency I had was vitamin D, and we fixed that, and that's been fixed now for a few years, and that was just a supplement, a cheap supplement that I thought wouldn't work. Actually does work. That was it. I'm not lacking in any other things, and exercise is important because you got to retain your muscle, but, as I'm navigating this journey, because you're on my journey with me. Welcome to my journey. I'm just letting you know what's working for me, what I'm trying, what I think might help you. If you're looking for ideas and you're just absolutely frustrated because you're not getting answers from, say, your doctor, or you're not finding the answers online, because all day long you'll find people talking about perimenopause and all the symptoms, so on and so forth. And you see these little snapshots. I've noticed these little snapshots of what people are doing, and it just looks good on video, but what's the reality? How does this look in real life? And so that's why I keep putting these together, and I'm trying to keep things like my slogan, simple and strong and resilient in our living. And so for me, I can knock out 4 eggs, 20 grams of protein in 5 minutes, and I'm showing you with the microwave how I'm doing it. I add a little bit of butter, and that alone, that butter, that's unsalted butter, works very well for me. And then I throw that everything bagel seasoning on it, and I love hot sauce. I got on a hot sauce kick with eggs back in 2007, believe it or not, when I was a marketing manager for Bass Pro Shops in Springfield, Missouri, because we would have our monthly meeting in the Uncle Buck's Auditorium, and the restaurant would cater our meeting. And guess what? They had eggs. And one day I was in line and someone said, hey, Amber, you should try hot sauce on your eggs. I was like, that's crazy. And then I tried, I'm like, oh, that's crazy good. And I've been doing it ever since. So anyway, if you're looking for a complete protein and you're looking for a way to get extra protein in your diet, consider starting your day with 5 eggs. Like I said, if you can only afford the white eggs, who cares? If you're eating potato chips and Doritos and you're eating honey bun pies for breakfast and you go to start and eating those kind of eggs, you're already doing your body a favor. So don't be afraid to start. And if you're doing anything like this, let me know. If you're doing eggs in a different way, let me know. I won't do them raw. I won't do them raw. So let me know what you're doing. I want to know. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you're doing with eggs. And on to the next video, we'll continue to talk about simple, strong, resilient living. See you on the next one.